For over 40 years, the F-15 Eagle has been the undisputed king of the skies. An icon of American air power, designed to dominate the dogfight. But for years, the aviation world was told the Eagle's time had passed. The future was stealth, the F-22 and the F-35. Yet, in a stunning reversal, the U.S. Air Force has announced plans to expand its F-15X fleet to nearly 267 fighter jets. This decision more than doubles the original acquisition plan. Why, in an era of stealth, is the Air Force investing billions in a 4.5 generation aircraft that lacks the modern-day invisibility cloak of its younger siblings? The answer is a matter of strategy and math. The new F-15EX Eagle II isn't designed to be invisible, it's designed to be a flying arsenal. It can carry a payload of over 13 tons more than some bombers and can launch a salvo of up to 22 air-to-air missiles. As Major General Kenneth Wilsbach put it, the Eagle II has proven effective against the threat levels we tested, including defensive and offensive counter-air against fifth-generation threats. The F-35 is your precision knife, subtle, cutting-edge, but it can only carry a small payload. The F-15X is the sledgehammer. It has the range and the sheer volume of firepower needed in a protracted conflict. When you're talking about a potential conflict in the vastness of the Pacific, range and payload are king. Stealth is great, but you can't stealth your way out of needing a lot of missiles to shoot down a lot of incoming targets. This is about the Pacific. The Air Force's strategy is pivoting to agile combat employment, and the F-15X is the centerpiece. After 44 years of service, the aging F-15CDs are being retired. For a time, the U.S. used rotational deployments, sending F-22s and F-35s for short stints to keep a presence at bases like Kadena in Okinawa. But that was costly and inefficient. The F-15X allows the Air Force to re-establish a permanent, credible, and highly capable deterrent presence. It can carry cruise missiles for long-range strikes and the Advanced Medium-Range Air-to-Air Missile, or MRAM, to clear the skies, allowing the stealthier F-35s to do their work undetected. This is the bowler and the assassin concept. The F-15X deals the heavy blows, and the F-35 delivers the killing stroke. The economics also play a critical role. The F-35 costs upwards of $30,000 per flight hour. The F-15X it's a fraction of that. With a fleet of 267 jets, the Air Force needs a workhorse, not just a show pony. The original plan called for just 144 jets, but as the F-15C fleet aged faster than expected, the need grew. The Air Force realized that a fleet of 267 F-15Xs could lower the unit cost and streamline logistics, making it even more affordable. It's a surprisingly practical solution for an Air Force that has struggled with the cost overruns and technical complexities of fifth-generation fighters. The Eagle II is essentially a brand new aircraft in a classic shell. It has a fly-by-wire flight control system, an advanced cockpit with a large area display, and the Eagle Passive Active Warning Survivability System, which gives it a cutting-edge electronic warfare capability to jam enemy radar. But let's be clear, this decision hasn't come without intense debate. There are those who argue that investing in a non-stealth platform is a step backward. In a war against advanced adversaries equipped with sophisticated surface-to-air missile systems, how can a non-stealth fighter survive? Proponents counter that the F-15X can operate from safer standoff distances, launching its arsenal from beyond enemy radar range. Moreover, its advanced electronic warfare suite can mask its presence or confuse incoming threats. It's a gamble, certainly. But it's a calculated one, based on the reality that the US currently doesn't have enough F-22s or F-35s to fulfill all its global commitments. The decision to expand to 267 F-15Xs also signals a shift in industrial policy. The production line in St. Louis, Missouri, which was on the brink of closure, is now booming. This decision supports thousands of jobs and maintains a vital defense industrial base. It also provides a vital export opportunity for allies. Nations like Japan, Israel, and Qatar are already flying advanced F-15 variants. They see the U.S. commitment to the Eagle II as a validation of their own investments and a signal that the platform will remain relevant for decades to come. It isn't just an American fighter, it's the backbone of a global alliance network. What happens when this massive fleet enters service? The 267 F-15Xs will not replace the F-22 or the F-35. Instead, they will complement them. The Air Force envisions a high-low mix, the F-22 and F-35 for the first day of the war, striking deep, disabling air defense networks, and cutting the head off the snake. Then, once the skies are relatively safe, the F-15X moves into mop-up, providing sustained combat air patrol, escorting bombers, and carrying massive anti-ship missiles or hypersonic weapons that stealth fighters cannot carry internally. In this vision, the F-15X is not a relic of the past but a bridge to the future of networked warfare. It will be a data-sharing node, receiving targeting information from satellites, drones, and other fighters, and acting as the ultimate missile truck. It's also about the attrition rate. In a prolonged conflict against a peer competitor, aircraft will be lost. The F-22 production line is long gone, and the F-35, while advanced, takes years to produce. The F-15X, however, is built on a proven airframe with a robust supply chain. It can be produced faster and cheaper. The Air Force is effectively buying insurance, a large, resilient force that can absorb losses without crippling its combat capability. Senator Roger Wicker noted that the F-15X is a critical component of our air superiority strategy, emphasizing that the expansion to 267 aircraft ensures we are prepared to meet the growing threat from our adversaries. The message is clear: quantity has a quality all its own, especially when that quantity can carry the most advanced weapons in the U.S. arsenal. But the path to 267 is not without obstacles. The Air Force must manage budget constraints, competing priorities, and the logistical challenge of integrating this new aircraft with aging infrastructure. Training is another hurdle. Pilots accustomed to the flight characteristics of the F-15C must be retrained to handle the advanced electronics and enhanced performance of the X. There is also the question of maintenance. While the X shares the same basic design, its digital backbone is entirely new. The maintainers will need to be trained to troubleshoot software bugs, not just mechanical failures. It is a transition from the industrial age to the information age, and it requires a cultural shift within the maintenance and pilot communities. Looking ahead, the F-15X isn't just a stopgap. With a planned service life of up to 20,000 flight hours, these aircraft could be flying well into the 2060s. That means this fleet will see multiple upgrades over its lifespan. The Air Force is designing the Eagle II with an open architecture so that new radars, new jammers, and new weapons can be plugged in as they are developed. By the 2030s, these aircraft might be carrying hypersonic weapons or directed energy weapons, something that might be impossible to integrate into older, less modular designs. The F-15X is therefore an investment in the long game, a platform that will grow and adapt as the threat evolves. The expansion to 267 jets also sends a strategic signal to adversaries. It says that the United States is committed to maintaining air superiority, not just through technological wizardry but through sheer, overwhelming capability. It declares that America is ready for a war of attrition if necessary, and that any conflict will be met with a vast, responsive, and lethal force. It is a psychological deterrent. When an adversary sees a force of 267 advanced Eagles ready to launch, they understand the cost of aggression. This isn't just a procurement decision, it is a strategic statement. Now, consider the pilots. For the men and women who will fly these machines, the F-15X is a dream come true. It combines the raw, visceral power of a classic fighter with the precision and situational awareness of a modern digital battlefield. They will have a combat radius that allows them to dominate hundreds of miles of ocean or land. They will be able to coordinate an entire squadron's worth of missiles with just a few clicks. Yet, they are also aware of the weight of history. They are taking up the mantle of the legendary Eagles that have served faithfully since the 1970s. There is a sense of responsibility and pride in bringing the Eagle into the 21st century. Finally, the story of the F-15X is really about the evolution of modern warfare. The future of air combat is not just about which plane can turn the tightest circle or who can see the enemy first. It is about data fusion, network connectivity, and the ability to leverage massive standoff firepower. The F-15X embodies this new reality. It may not disappear from radar, but it will make the battle space a very dangerous place for anyone who dares to challenge it. It is the old warrior, reimagined for a new kind of war. As the first deliveries arrive at bases like Kadena and the fleet grows to its full strength of 267, one thing